Morning, morning, morning. I'm going to give you a minute. Get your coffees and let's connect. We had a little holiday break, but now we are back. And I know everybody's holiday breaking, so I could be a total loner on here today, and that's okay. It means you're taking a break. So if you're not here, I guess that's a good thing. I'm still going to give people a moment to grab coffees, and then let's just do a quick after Christmas check-in. Hi, Mom. Well, my mom's here, so Jim's here, of course. You had 18 inches the other day. It is snowy Buffalo. I did not do my hair, but I did put on makeup for the first time in a number of days. And I feel like I'm late today because I was trying to attach the magnetic eyelashes. Because yes, we're in lockdown desperation again. And the magnetic lash is making its way back into our worlds. I don't necessarily think it's a good thing. And this, like, I won't zoom in for you, but like this one's super crooked and whatever. I feel like I'm a human-ish, so there we go. That's as good as it's going to get today. Morning, Kathy. Morning, Madeline. So yeah, we made it. We're dressed. There's a bit of makeup on. I've showered. These are big things when you're spending multiple days in a row home alone, right? You just don't need to do that stuff, but there's something that feels a little bit good about it, I guess. So I wanted to check in with you. Whoever is with us today, thank you so far for people who have been saying hi in the comments. Continue to do so as you join us for coffee this morning. And just wanted to do a quick Apres holiday check-in. We took a few days off. We connected just in our home circles. That's what, I did here. I have a great, here we go, nice. I have a great llama collection after the holidays, so things are looking good. Kelly says she's off to my spin bike. Have a great day. You have a great day too. She got one. And it looks like a new phone for Christmas too. Yeah, I creep you people. I creep you in the background. I did take a couple of days off where I shut off socials and I didn't look at anything, and that felt fabulous. And I hope you have had an opportunity to do that too. Even if it's just for 24 hours, is taking that break is important. I think it's really, really important. And this becomes an interesting week. I had this a lot on my mind yesterday. I did a few just kind of social posts about it as I was just sort of reflecting. I've always loved the week between Christmas and New Year's. I don't know about you. I never normally took it off from work because I actually enjoyed working during this week because nobody else did. And it was so quiet and you could sort of wrap up a year, kickstart another one, get yourself prepared, and it became this really cool week. Now working from home, you sort of pick and choose what that looks like for you and having a little bit of fun with it. So yeah, Kathy, you're so funny. I'm going to answer that in a second. So yeah, that's kind of what this week becomes. It becomes sort of reflection and vision casting. And so I would love to hear from you today if you feel like you're in that place of just, and I think we'll do that even over the next couple of days. So if you don't have it out in your brain today to share, but you think you might want to. I'm going to ask you this week to share some reflection on 2020 of things that were good for you and some vision casting into 2021. So that's what I'm hoping we'll talk about this week a little bit. Oh, happy day. I'm back making the restaurant run. Good. Have you guys been to Roy's place in Claire's home? Keith is a genius. I haven't eaten, Keith. So here's the thing. I need to come and see you. I haven't had a meal from you in so long, and I think it's time. So I'm going to have to, I don't know, we're going to have to connect. I need a meal from you this week. But he says he's also going to announce his plan to run as MLA. Well, somebody's got some big goals for 2021. Now, I want to know, Keith, because you are a very funny man, if that's a truth statement or if you're just being that guy today, because I could see you being that guy today. You know what? I think you'd be really good at it, even if you're joking. Kathy says, is that a new llama behind you? Oh, friends. Here we go. Look at this. I got 2 llamas for Christmas. I got this llama from a very dear friend, and I got this llama from another very dear friend. Yeah, and I scored 2 llamas for the holidays. And then my son, okay, fear not. You would think that a small, maybe 12-year-old girl lives here at my house. No, it's me. My son gifted me this one. This one is a pocket llama into which you can take it with you wherever you go. So I never have to leave home without a llama anymore. Christmas, you guys. Dwayne says, good morning. Jim says, what's an MLA? So an MLA for us, Jim, in Canada is a member of the Legislative Assembly is what it stands for. And that is your provincial representation in your region, in your province. Keith says, maybe it might be true. Well, if you need any marketing, Keith, you know where to find me. Let's have a nice meal first. Priorities. So, yeah, I just wanted to check back in with you this morning and see how things are going with you. It sounds like, did you have a good Christmas? I know it was different this year. I know that it was, it wasn't for everybody the Christmases that they would have wanted to be, but some of the things that I have noticed in doing a little creeping over the last couple of days is that people came up with some really creative ways to connect in with their families. And I love seeing that. I've seen people who had all kinds of Zoom chats and check-ins and were playing games online and having fun. And I think probably the biggest part was parents missing their university-aged kids. I saw a lot of that. And so, yeah, it's kind of crazy. So it was weird, I think, too, to not see a lot of, extended family you don't get to see all year long. And Christmas is usually the time where you take to connect with people, and even in your immediate extended family, if that makes any sense. So I think I feel extremely grateful because being a single person and my mom being a single person, we were able to have each other in our special friend category, or whatever the heck the government is calling it here. So I was able to have Christmas with my mom. And not everybody gets the opportunity to say that. So I say it with extreme gratitude, knowing that a lot of you didn't get that opportunity. And I feel for you. I'd said to my mom, like, who knew us being lonely old ladies, it would mean that we would get to have Christmas together. You got to take the wins where you can take the wins. Good morning, Liz. Welcome. Dwayne said they did a family Zoom chat on Christmas Day with 15 windows. So with family from Nova Scotia, Ontario, and BC. That's really cool. Well, and the thing with these Zoom Christmases is how often, honestly, And Dwayne, I don't know, maybe you could answer this from your example, is how often, honestly, when your family is spread out across the country that hugely, would you have actually all got together in person? Right? Like that's not necessarily a normal either. So now we have this creative new way where we can connect with family from all across the country through new ways. Like this becomes a new cool Christmas tradition where you could Zoom or play games or connect or whatever that looked like. And yeah, I mean, there's some interesting positives there too, right? So that could be kind of interesting moving forward. That's very cool, Dwayna. Thank you for sharing. What else? What else was on your mind over the holidays? I saw, I don't know if we save it for tomorrow, if we bring WTF Wednesday back to finish off this year. Maybe I feel like tomorrow's could be pretty heated. So maybe I'll save this thought for tomorrow. Yeah, I'm going to save that thought for tomorrow. We'll see. What did Liz say? Our daughters gave our family a Zoom ukulele Christmas carols concert. It was an amazing Spanglish version. I bet that was. See, it's just like the Grinch story. You know, I love to compare our lives to children's movies, right? I've gone on and on about A Bug's Life and how we are the ants. You know, this to me, Christmas was so much like the Grinch story in that it didn't matter what was taken from you. You still celebrated the Christmas with a joyful heart. You still took an opportunity to be loving, to be kind, to be connected. And it didn't matter what was taken from you, right? Little Whovians, little Whovillians, I don't know what they're called, little Whos, you continued that. You didn't let it waver what you did. And maybe you had if you're honest in yourself, you probably had a moment where you were mad or sad, or you wanted to give up, or you wanted to pack away Christmas, or you had those moments where you were like, this is stupid, right? But you still persevered through that. And if you didn't, if you decided to sit in that for that time frame, that's okay too. There's no right or wrong answers when it comes to how you're going to process your emotions through this time frame. But I don't know. I just felt like when I took a quick boo online at what people were doing, it so much felt like the Grinch movie. So good job. Oh, sweet coffee. So good. What else, my friends? I think tomorrow we'll have a little bit of I've even lost all track of days of the week. So I think today's Tuesday. So tomorrow, maybe we'll open up a little bit of WTF Wednesday so we can get things off our chests for the last time of 2020 and have those moments. And we'll balance it with a bit of reflection of what was good for us in 2020. So I hope you will join that conversation with us tomorrow. And Thursday morning, let's do a little sharing of what we hope comes in 2021, and we'll have some of that. In that note, if you don't feel like you're ready to set any goals, or maybe you don't, whether you want to call them resolutions, I like to call them intentions. I like to set an intention for what's going to happen. I do also like to set like a substantial goal that makes me work a little bit harder every year. But I will admit I don't feel that energy this week yet. Normally the week between Christmas and New Year's, I've always felt so much like reflection, vision casting, just quick boom, boom like that. Whereas this week, it's just felt like there's so much more reflection needed. And I don't know if you feel that too. And so if you're not feeling ready to take on 2021, don't feel you have to. Gosh, we are going to be bombarded. I mean, it's already started. We're bombarded with all of the ads that we need to lose weight. We need to quit smoking. We need to do this. All of those big resolution marketing pillars are being thrown at us hugely. And I don't want you to sit too much in what that can do. You know what? Most of us probably put on a couple extra pounds here and there through COVID. We probably did through the holidays because you're just like, fuck it, let's do this. That's okay. You can balance that out, but don't let that marketing just push you into the ground, because it's intense. Depending on what kind of mindset you're in right now, it can be really intense. But I think that there's some cool things coming in 2021. And I know that we've talked a lot about this and how we've had this interesting time frame of swirling and creativity. But in your reflection this week, I was having a good conversation with a friend yesterday, is that a lot of times in reflection, instead of looking back at, I like to look back at how far we've come, right? Don't look back at what you coulda, shoulda, woulda have done in 2020, because that doesn't serve you any purpose. What I like is looking back at how far we have come through this, the things that we have learned, the things that we have tried, the amount of different things we have processed through this time frame is pretty fucking phenomenal, my friends. And I know I normally only swear on Wednesdays, and I apologize, but I just want you to know what you've been through this year is outstanding. And whether you have a something or a something or a something to show for it or nothing at all, it is all the same, because what you have gone through is amazing. You have adapted. You have lived through a pandemic. Who in their lifetime thought that you would ever say those words out loud? What we've processed emotionally through this last 10, 11, I don't even know how many months it's been now, has been crazy. We don't process like that on a normal basis. So friends, it has been huge. It has been so huge. And I don't think that we stop and give ourselves really any credit for that, because we are so set on measuring success of a year on things achieved. And I think this year it's teaching us so much. I feel so strongly that it's taught us so much about your resiliency. Okay, you have learned in 2020 that your resiliency is so high. And we don't get that tested very often. Some of us do, but most of us don't. And resilience is an interesting word. It can be measured in so many different ways. But your resilience through 2020 is astronomical. And that's a big feat. And whether you cleaned all the rooms in your house or you accomplished this or whatever, great if you did. Who cares if you didn't? Is really kind of what I was feeling to share with you today. And we had an amazing year, regardless. And I know that that's hard, because we have so many people in our lives who lost jobs, lost income. Their world shifted hugely. But that's also a great, big, huge piece of resilience. And I'm really proud of you for what you have done this year. I'm really proud of you. I'm proud of all of us. So that's what I'm thinking about that. Share what's on your mind, whether you're catching this video later, not live, or if you're still with us live. If anything has struck a chord for you, I would invite you to share that in the comments. Our virtual coffee club is a community. We are a place of connection every day, except when we take small holiday breaks. But that was important for me, and I appreciate that from you. And so whatever's on your heart today, whatever's striking a chord, share it in the comments. Even when we're not live, I go back and double check kind of where the conversation has gone. And I appreciate that so very much. Tomorrow, we'll get a few things off our chest. We'll take a bit of reflection look on 2020. Thursday, we're going to do a little vision casting, a little dream building, a little encouragement to each other on what could happen in 2021. Because good things will happen. Although we still feel in this influx of crazy, good things are going to happen. So that's what that looks like. Thank you for having coffee today. Cheers to you, my friends. Have a most amazing rest of your day today, and we will see you back here tomorrow morning.